So today we're going to do, my goal today is to make duck confit. So I'm going to start, as we always do, with whole duck. We buy this product, it's from Joyce Farms out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's a naked duck, which means it's raised with no antibiotics, no growth hormones or growth stimulants that are artificial, and there's no animal byproducts in the feed. It's just a good, clean duck product. This is a Pekin duck, so it's going to have a little less fat content than like a Moulard or any of the Hudson Valley ducks out of New York. So I prefer this one because it's a little bit leaner. And then next I'm going to break it down and show you how that's done. So I've already started breaking down the ducks. I'm going to show you how to break this last one down. Again, always start with a sharp knife. I've already sharpened this one and I'm honing it now to get the edge out because I have cut 3 ducks so far. And we're going to start by removing duck breasts. I'm making duck confit right now, so the breasts are not really that important. I'll show you a recipe to use breasts at another time. We're concentrating on the leg portions. Now again, because it's a whole animal, I'm using the whole thing, and I'll go through every step of that as well every time I decide to make the new thing. So first of all, you got to remove the goodies from the inside of the duck. That's my carcass and my stock pan over there. You notice I've got a couple of different piles going on here. I have my legs for the confit, I have this pile of skin trimmings and fat, and then I have these breasts, that the breasts will become a special for the restaurant. And then I have this pile of the goodies from the inside, and that will become another dish entirely. Now what you start with is you got these big flaps of skin, and you want to take those off, simply because you want to save them. You're going to render those out because duck fat is culinary gold. You want to cut and trim as much fat off of this carcass as you can and save it so that you can render it later. Again, just like the turkey breakdown, you want to find the breastbone. You'll feel it. It's a ridge that goes in between here. This guy's got a nice little mark. Then you just start down the center of the breastbone with the tip of your sharp knife and follow it down the bone until you come to a natural seam that separates the breast from the leg and thigh portion. We'll take it apart right there. There's that seam. Then I'm going to trim the excess fat off the breast, because you know when you're doing a duck breast preparation, I'm going to take this little breast tender off of here. When you're doing a duck presentation for a dish in the restaurant, you don't want all of this fat on there. You don't need it. You need it for your other preparation. Duck fat is culinary gold. That goes with the rest of my breasts, and now I'm going to take this other one off. Now again, I'm going pretty fast here. You can take your time as you need to. Once you get the hang of it, and breaking down a bird is breaking down a bird until you get to the real small ones like squab or quail. You know, breaking down a duck and a chicken and a turkey are all the same. There's just one's larger than the other. Then you want to come down and separate the leg and thigh portions. Just make a cut right into there. That'll take you down to the joint. Find the joint, cut it right out. Boom. Again, just make see the tendon that's connecting it there. Just cut right down into that. Exposes that joint. And then take them off right there. All done. And now I'm going to trim a little bit more fat off of this guy for rendering. Now I have some duck fat in my freezer that I've already rendered from some duck breasts I was running as a special. I had them for New Year's Eve. So as soon as I rendered that out, I popped it in the freezer. And just to explain, I know you might be looking, look at all that breasts and carcasses. So this pan right here, you can confit the wings if you want to. For me, they're just too much trouble. I put them into the pan. So this pan is going to get roasted down. I'm going to make duck stock out of that. Then all this excess meat that's left on these carcasses after I make the stock, I will peel all that meat off. I will food process it, combine it with some cornmeal, and make scrapple. You'll find a prevailing theme in using whole animals for me is scrapple. I know a lot of people have a stigma about scrapple because, oh, you know what they put in that? Well, I know exactly what I put in mine. My scrapple gets the meat from the carcasses. And in this pile here, the innards, a lot of people don't like mess with those either, but I also cook these down with thyme and cognac, combine it with mushroom duxelle, puree it all up with butter, and make duck pate.